Welcome back, my glorious friend with a straight posture. This is Justin from Larry Fink, the secret shadow man leader of BlackRock, who is the wallet controller of the US government, one of the most powerful men in the world. Have a quick listen to what he's saying about Bitcoin. Very bullish.
And also, I do believe the role of crypto is it's digitizing gold in many ways. Instead of investing in gold as a hedge against inflation, a hedge against the onerous problems of any one country, or the devaluation of your currency, whatever country you're in. Let's be clear: Bitcoin is an international asset. It's not based.
Okay, so he's obviously very bullish on Bitcoin. He is coming out to shill our bags. Thank you very much, Mr. Larry Fink. So this is probably gearing up to what I believe has a more than 50% chance to be a massive scam pump and dump. Of course, I've got the line drawn here. It'll be funny if this actually works out. This is the Bitcoin chart, friends. So I don't know. Don't take this to heart. I don't know if it's going to go up and down here, or we're just going to screw around and go up. But when we look back, all right, so when we look back, I believe once we hit the year 2030, I know it's crazy, some of you can't even think about tomorrow, let alone 2030, but I think when we are looking back at 2030 and then we come and look backwards in time, I think there will be videos of me and you'll be saying, wow, my friend Somi was right. They launched the Bitcoin BlackRock spot ETF to do the most massive pump and dump on retail. And then in the wake of the next early bear market, the disappointment bear market, they put in tougher regulation on crypto so they could enhance the effectiveness of their CBDC control. Now, I am aware that nothing in this world is guaranteed. These are just probabilities. I still give this 70% chance of the poopy, 30% chance of the friendship. All right, so that's the odds I'm looking at right now. I hope this changes. What would I want to see for it to change? Well, I would like to see the US economy crack super fast. If it cracks super fast, I want to see them drop the rate from 5%. I want it to go below 3%. So right now, US rates equals 5.25%, okay? I think if they start to cut, it goes to around 3%-ish, okay? But I want below 2.5%. That's what I want. I want like 2.4% and lower. That's personally me. Why? I just feel like to get enough people into crypto, like to get the degens back in, to get the absolute retailers in, the JPEG lovers, I want to see a 2s in the interest rates. Even 3%, that's enough to give us a bull market, but not a wild bull market. That's what I think when we look back. So that's just what I'm thinking about. And of course, I don't know what the future holds. You know, we might even see, maybe the rates don't even go down that much. I mean, it's shocking to think about. We will see. We will see how much it is. Of course, it's all built on a Fugazi. We don't know how they're going to do their money printing, but it is what it is, okay? So we have BlackRock. So this is what's happening, friends. They're starting to move it out, move the message out, try to get everybody in. Everybody's going to be supportive. Once you get everybody in, you plan the big pump and dump. Of course, if you look at the lens of if you look through the world, right, like through this lens, you will be skeptical and it will serve you way more benefits than it does disadvantages. Way more. Because when I look back and I see so many things in the market, I mean, let me tell you something. All right, let me tell you something this. Okay. Once Bitcoin recovered off the lows in the previous bear market in 2019 and it went up so much, I remember specifically, I was listening to DaVinci J15. DaVinci J15 up here, for the whole time, he had this belief. He said, he goes, hey, institutions and the whales, the insider scum, when they miss the boat, they will literally bring the boat back. They'll literally bring it back, okay? When you miss the boat, well, you missed the boat and it's over. But they'll literally get the boat to literally do a U-turn and come back. You want to know something? DaVinci, I know you're not going to believe this, but I was watching him every day. DaVinci stayed true. He believed that there was a $4,000 Bitcoin that was going to come again. He believed that the $4,000 Bitcoin was coming because the institutions, the insiders, the scum, the banking cartel, they had to get in. They had to get in. You know what's interesting? Bitcoin went up so much up here that he actually stopped really believing in his prediction because it went up so much. He bought into here. I think he bought about 2,000 Bitcoin up here at $9,000 or $10,000. He bought 2,000 Bitcoin again at 4K here. So don't forget, he sold up here. He sold at 17K. He bought back half at 4K. Okay, and then he bought back the other half, which is the other 2,000 Bitcoin. He bought it at $9,000 to $10,000. But this was interesting. You're probably surprised to hear this. I was an actual bear. Yes, I was bearish on Bitcoin and crypto the whole time. I had no idea. Okay, I was actually more bearish still. I was still so skeptical. And I believed there was going to be this giant fake out. So to my surprise, when the zombie virus came, everybody said it's a zombie virus, of course. Everyone says it was a zombie virus here. But I promise you, what I was saying the whole time was there's going to be some sort of catalyst at some point to come and get this 5K to 4K zone. It has to come. It just has to come. Now, it's very interesting. It's before I knew all the fundamentals of crypto as well as I do now. So, when you're super neutral, when you're independent, you can figure this stuff out. It's just so hard to separate the noise because, now knowing where we know that crypto is going to go in the next few years, it's very hard to really take a look at these and have an independent view. But this happened, friends. This happened for sure. That's why I always say, if the zombie virus never happened, I think we still would have tested this low somewhere here. Something would have happened. We would have went up there, get capitulations, come back down, whatever it is. And let me blow your mind, okay? So this is gold. We're going to move on to PulseChain, friends. So we've gone through a bit of Bitcoin to see that the fundamentals are still strong. This is the price of gold. This is a commodity. We all know what gold is. Gold has literally been going sideways for freaking, oh my God, like 12 years. All right, poor Peter Schiff, because it's so manipulated by the central banks. Now, gold is around $1,915. And there is gold on the blockchain, which we call PaxGold. PaxGold is $1,900 here, funny enough. So PaxGold is just a crypto where you can redeem it for gold. So you need to still trust that this gold is in a vault somewhere. So it's not really to the true heart of crypto, but it is this, I guess, explorative, cool use case that we can see just to kind of help the boomers kind of understand crypto. They're like, hey, this token can be exchanged for something in the real world, because that's how a lot of Gen Xers, older Gen Xers, older boomers, that's what they like to see. They want to see like real physical, tangible stuff. And now, if you were holding PaxGold, you got a coin on PulseChain, PaxGold. This is the PaxGold. So everybody got it for free. And if you notice something, it's not $0. It's $18. Isn't that funny enough? So it's minus 99% lower. That's one way to look at it. So it depends. Are you a glass half empty or a glass half full person? So on one hand, okay, so you could say that it's minus 99% down, has no value. You can say that, or you can say it's 1/100th of the PaxG price. That's another way to look at it, okay? So it's two perspectives. Fantastic thing that we can explore here. So, the pessimists will say, this thing is never going to be worth anything. It's minus 99% down, right? But obviously, we will say, wait a minute. It's down, but it ain't zero. It's 1/100th, okay? And this is interesting, right? Because what I want to show you, friends, is this is the new experiment playing out. So if you are new to investing, welcome. And don't forget, please like, subscribe, press the bell button, or share with your friends and family. Welcome over there. I'd like to tell you something. Nowhere in investing do you make a lot of money without a lot of uncertainty. That's the only way you can actually get big gains. You need people to run away. And the reasons for them to run away is so compelling. If you sit here and listen to them, you will believe it yourself. All right? We just had it with Bitcoin. We've had it with Bitcoin. We've had it with Ethereum. The same thing. I mean, everybody looks at Ethereum like it's a blue chip today. Do you want to know what I was going through back then, friends? Look at this regular chart, okay? But Ethereum back then, this is what everybody was saying. Ethereum was down, minus 94%. Arthur Hayes was bragging about it, calling it a double-digit poop coin. He said it was going to fail. And he said, and not just him, everybody was saying, Ethereum, the chain, cannot capture value, the Ethereum coin, because it will just push the value towards the apps, and then the apps can go to any chain. They were saying it back then. So it was translating nothing. And guess what happened? Obviously, went to the moonshot. And surprise, surprise, we all know what happens next. But during these times, there were Hundreds of cases. There were so many blogs I would see from time to time. All the Bitcoin maxis hated Ethereum. Everybody said it's a scam, it's a pre-mine scam, it doesn't work. Everyone said this. But the developer account was still going up. The developer account was still going up, was still going down. Now look what happened today. So I know it looks like it's obvious today, but back then it was deep and it was dark for Ethereum, okay? So that's why I'm bringing it out to you. I'm not saying this is the light. I'm not saying it's the opposite. I'm just saying when your mind starts to get blown like this, you got to pay attention because that means there is some sort of competitive edge here that you're not understanding. So if you notice, PulseChain launched around, this is the May mark. You see this May mark here? This is PAXG. This is obviously a useless Pulse version copy of PaxGold. But here's the thing. It launched and then it started pumping and it just started moving around. And then it dumped and now it's actually climbing back up again. So what do we actually gather from this? Well, during this time, the bridge was starting to get unclogged. Do you guys remember the pulseramp.com bridge for PulseChain was clogged and then it was slowly getting unclogged. During this time, there was activity. If you notice this is PaxG. Okay, watch what I can do, friends. I can show you, right, the pricing here, right? This is the actual pricing against USD. Okay, so this is USD, PaxGold USD. But the chart I was showing you before is Pax against Pulse. So this is what we're actually looking here. We're looking at PAXG on Pulse. That's what we're actually looking at. Okay, we're actually looking at the liquidity bonding because it's put in there. So this seems to be playing out the perfect example for us because this is a ratio right now. So you're probably wondering what comes next. Well, if we can tell where Pulse goes in the future, we might be able to tell where this goes, and it might shock everyone. It will shock everybody. Okay, everybody thinks about like what would parity be. Well, let me tell you something. If PLS goes up a 10x, so if this goes up plus 10x, this whole, if assuming nobody sells, then this whole thing will go up 10x, and this price will be $180. But it's going to be crazy because you say, well, what do you mean it's $180? You can't redeem it for anything. So this is where the PulseChain Ponzi casino aspect comes in, because now we're going to get to see why are people actually buying these in the first place. You know, this gold, no one redeems it. People just want like, I want to own gold. Well, do you really want to own gold, or do you just want to own something that moves like gold? Or how about I give you another one? Do you want to own something that might be leverage on gold moving? That's actually what people want without a liquidation point. This is probably what we're trying to figure out here. So we don't know the answers going forward, but I can tell you this is fascinating to see. And it happens with other coins as well. So here is AAVE, for example. Okay, AAVE, I made a video showing you this paper hand sold at minus 80% down in one click. But if I change AAVE to priced against PLS, you can see here. So obviously this is just when it first launched. These are all the paper hands just exiting. You'll be able to see the ratio of it moving and how these things stays in line, okay? This thing is staying in line. In fact, it's kind of funny. You can see this slowly moving up. Remember, this is, I'm going to write it down for you. This is AAVE against Pulse, okay? This is not AAVE USD. This is the Pulse ratio, okay? So you can see here, it's slowly, for some reason, it's slowly moving up. I mean, this makes me laugh so much. Like, this is people slowly, quietly accumulating in, stepping in side by side, and then we'll find some creep up. So what's the ultimate goal here? Well, I've made a video here to tell you that I bought a lot of poop, okay? I like digging around in the poop. I bought poop, and here it is with my video here. I'm buying poop. I have my watch list here for you, which I can link in the description again. It's just the PulseChain Ponzi Casino watch list, as you can see right here. So this is what I use just to look at every day. I added a lot of the coins for you. I'll probably add more as time goes on. Remember, you got to watch out for this liquidity tab, because some of these things only have like, you know, $300 liquidity, $200. So you just got to be careful. Like, even a $100 buy will push it up and slip it up 30%. So that's why you got to be super careful with these. That's why it's interesting just to see these things aren't going to zero. But something's going on here that's crazy. Or is it crazy? No, it's not, because you have a friend named Somi who's told you all of these are based, crypto valuations are based off network effects. There's no cash flow here. So once you understand that, that's why I make all these videos for you, friends. I have an abundance of videos here. Thank you for liking, subscribing, press the bell button, and all sharing with your friends and family. I have so many videos here just to teach you and show you, wow, we don't actually need cash flow yet, maybe in the future. But right now, the network gathers around the people, okay? The people make the network. That's what the network value is moving around. And this is the funny part. You might say, okay, well, why does PAAVE, why does PulseChain AAVE even have value in the first place? And I just got to reiterate to you, it was given to existing AAVE holders. So it has a specific network effect, coupon, voucher, whatever you want to call it, okay? Because let me tell you something. Imagine, let me use a very clear, obvious example. Imagine you did a pre-mine of a coin and you airdropped it to super rich people. So let's say example, right? You pre-mined the coin, you airdropped it to people with net worth over 10 million who lived in, rich parts of USA. Think about this. You effectively made an exclusive coin for exclusively rich people. And you don't, obviously, they don't have all the coins, but they have most of the coins. It's sitting out there and only they have it. And you're probably thinking, how does this relate to PulseChain? Well, this relates everything to PulseChain. You see, I've used an example here of super rich people who don't need to sell. Imagine you gave them like $100 airdrop. They're like, nah, I don't care, I'm going to sell. But because when they find out that only rich people were giving it, it's their exclusive coin, there's a chance. So this is what happens. All right. So this is contrary to what retailers and crumpled slipper rarers believe, okay? When you give people a free thing, if it goes up enough, they actually want to buy more of it. This is the truth, friends. You're going to have to read this again, okay? So what do most retailers believe? So most retailers believe right now, if you give them a coin, they believe you give them a coin, okay? You give them a coin and then they will just go instantly dump it. There is an aspect of that. Yes, this is what we saw, okay? We saw this, what you see there. This is what we see. People instantly, look at this. People dumping AAVE at the start. Yeah, dump. But over time, okay, if you make this free thing go up, then they'll actually want to psychologically be in a trance from it. They want to accumulate more of it. This is what happens in life. This is so crazy to think about, right? Because, markets are a reflexive system. When things are going down, people don't want to get it. But when things go up, they do want to accumulate it. I can show you thousands of examples of the monkey JPEG people. People already had 3 JPEGs of the monkeys. They did not want to sell one because they're like, oh, I want to, this is so crazy to think about. There's also people who only had one. In NFTs, this is crazy, fans. So in NFTs, I'm going to finish off with this final point because NFTs, because they're like exclusive communities, this is what we've done with PulseChain, okay? So in NFT world, they always say to buy 2, okay? One for you, one for profit taking. This is, I can't tell you how many times I saw this happen. I saw this on Twitter. I saw this with other people. I even noticed it with myself. People who only buy one JPEG, they didn't want to let it go. They were latched onto it. It was their last pocket because you can't sell a part of it. They just wanted it. So that's why they always say, oh, you always buy 2. Everyone knows you got to buy 2 because if you want to exit one, you still got the other one. All right. Now, just think about that type of mindset when it comes to looking at something like here, AAVE moving around. This is AAVE Pulse moving around. Yes, we can still have capitulation down to the floor, but I tell you right now, you want to own something. Maybe you say the value will never get to an extreme amount. It'll never hit parity, but hey, it's going to have some sort of value. The market is going to value something. And of course, the final kicker will be if Pulse rallies itself, and this is the Pulse chain chart right here. If Pulse ends up rallying itself, let's say it does a 10x. I have this line marked up here. This is a 10x. If it goes and does a 10x, we're going to see everybody fooled by the charts because me and you will know this is the AAVE pulse ratio. So this might stay in line, okay, until eventually maybe it pops up again. But for the most part, it stays in line. But what most people are going to see is they're going to have it in the USD version. The USD version. And they will probably see that the USD price is pumping. So they might see this AAVE go up to $2 and match it exactly in line. So if PLS goes up 10x, this goes up 10x to around here. And now people are going to start to really speculate about, can a PulseChain coin reach parity or not, okay? So this experiment is still running live, friends. We're going to see what people like to give value to. Do people buy on news events? There's a lot of things to uncover. It'll be fantastic to see what the future holds. Don't forget, like, subscribe, press the bell button and all. Tell mum and dad, 95% core, 95% lottery for these. I'm going to catch you in the next one.